Hello everyone, and welcome back to building a dynasty in FIFA 23 with me, the Pseudo Doc. Now, I did have a moment of indecision today. Briefly, I thought about playing God of War Ragnarok this afternoon and wrapping up that game as we're basically at the grand finale. But in support of our loyal viewer of the channel and lifetime football fan Wisco Kurt, I decided let's stick with the usual schedule and play a little bit of FIFA. So Wisco, this one's for you. I hope you have a good time this afternoon watching a Chelsea side that has basically been leading the league without really facing anything in the way of meaningful opposition. On that note, let's see what games are coming up for us this afternoon. We've got Barnsley first in the Cup, which should be a game primarily for the youngsters. Followed by Wolves, Brighton, Bournemouth, and I think we'll wrap up today with Manchester United in what should be an outstanding fixture at the Bridge. Let's get started then right away with the action with Barnsley. Now, this is definitely a fixture that I'm going to give some of our younger lads a shot in. I'm going to start Brozier since he scored a hat-trick in the last affair in the Carabao Cup. Have Almiron in as well. Give Pulisic a crack too. Mount has been playing supremely well. I think I saw him... I was looking at the stats earlier, and I think he has something like 6 goals and 7 assists already. So Mount deserves a start. Gets Zakaria in there too. And then Gallagher to replace Kovacic. As for the defense, who can we give a crack today? I reckon we go with Dumfries, Kukurea, and actually the centre-back position's the tricky one since we've got a bit of competition. Let's give Chalobah a spot today and follow that up with let's give Azpilicueta a go. We haven't played with Azpilicueta in a while. Might as well have him loosen his legs up today afternoon. As for the bench, I don't mind Sterling, that's fine. Let's give the young Webster a go off the bench. We'll keep Jorginho, no problem with that. I don't really have very many wing-back options, which is something I'm going to work towards addressing eventually, and I think the rest is fine. As far as our roles are concerned, I think it's okay that Mount takes basically all the kicks. Is there anyone else who's better at taking penalties? Yeah, Brozier for sure. Yeah, I'll give Brozier the penalty-taking privileges. And I think that should be fine. This should be a very easy start to the afternoon. Nothing terribly stressful. Let's just go out and get the W. Barnsley, a very evenly matched game to start. Play the old men of the team. I did play a few of the old men, but also giving the young boys a chance. We've got to keep the veterans loose and limber, but also give the young boys a shot in fixtures such as this. If we win this, we apparently will face Liverpool or Leicester City, so that could be a decidedly trickier affair. Angstrom feeling like this is a trophy that this Chelsea squad should be able to pick up if things go according to plan. Remember also that at the end of the last episode we adjusted our injury sliders for severity and frequency, so moving forward I expect injuries to be a slightly bigger issue than they have been. Of course we already have Kante out for the vast majority of the season, but no other injury issues at the moment. Tricky next match, assuming a win. Versus Wolves. Yeah, Wolves can be a challenging affair sometimes. But I think we have the sort of team that might cause them a bit of trouble. So I'm not too worried about Wolves.
Look a little bit isolated. But I'm expecting the two fullbacks to push up to make it more of a 3-4-3.
I thought about playing Cristiano Ronaldo in this game, but might as well rest him. Why risk an injury in a relatively low stakes encounter against Barnsley? To be perfectly honest, winning this would be great, but our ultimate ambition is a top 4 spot and a return to the Champions League. We're not particularly bothered about the Carabao Cup. Here we go. Match day 1 in the fourth episode of Building a Dynasty in FIFA 23.
Kane.
Not bad from Barnsley already. A little bit of possession early on.
It looked promising.
I'm going to push my seat back a little bit so I can see the screen a bit better. There we go.
Zakaria. On to Almiron.
Playing from the back as Ekstrom prefers that we do. He likes controlling possession of the ball as much as possible as Ekstrom.
What do you think we might see from him?
Even though we play the high press, we're a bit like Liverpool and Manchester City, rather, in that we hope to keep the ball with us as much as possible. It's in these spaces we've been very, very good. Just outside the box, looking for little through balls.
Can he find the right
Let's get the cross in. Almiron went for it, but he was marshalled well by 2 defenders from Barnsley. There we go then.
Thinking defensively, Azpilicueta.
Mount, who's had a phenomenal start to the season, with 6 goals and 7 assists already. I mean, at this rate, he might be PFA Player of the Year. So far, not that much space being afforded to the Chelsea players, which is what you'd expect, really, from Barnsley. Gallagher in the squad today, you'd want to see something from him. If he wants to command a regular starting position in the squad, he really needs to pick up his game in fixtures such as these.
He knows he's got to react.
Ronaldo not playing, immediate request for transfer. Yeah, this seemed an affair a little too humble for a man of Ronaldo's capabilities. So we decided to spare him a potential injury, which I think is a prudent decision. Broja with a bit of space. Here goes Pulisic. Great turn by Pulisic. Great goal by Pulisic. His 2nd goal of the season. And Captain America really seems to be hitting the pink of form under the Engstrom regime.
Well, here we can see it again.
What's a swivel, a little bit of space, and he's really having luck finding the far corner this season. His previous goal in the last episode was also to the far corner in the side netting. Fantastic effort there. Golazo from Captain America. Goal indeed, Wisco Kurt. That should take some of Barnsley's park the bus strategy out of the picture. Bit sloppy there from Chalobah.
I must say this looks promising.
You always need to be careful just after you've scored. You don't want to let the euphoria of a goal cost you on the other end. Here we go then. Almiron. Ooh. Almiron misses. He has had a really difficult start to his Chelsea career. He hasn't delivered the goods thus far. He was, of course, part of a swap deal that we had with Newcastle United in the transfer window. He hasn't really delivered the goods thus far, which is a shame because I was hoping he'd provide some valuable depth on the flanks. He really should have scored that, you'd think. Yes, he has, says Wisco Kurt. Yeah, he's just not had a moment, you know. I feel like he's one of those players who needs a moment. Assist, the goal, whatever it is, and I think then things will look much easier for him moving forward, but he hasn't had that bit of fortune thus
Who
far.
can he pick out? Well, it was a crowded penalty area, but the keeper's done
And
well
that's
to
really
hold on to
harsh from his perspective, seeing as so many other of our wingers are having an absolutely wonderful season. You think about Sterling, you think about Rodrigo, of course, who's become a real star in this Chelsea side. Even Pulisic, who scored the first goal today, has been really on the mark. Ooh. Pulisic's got 2.
He's doubled his total for the day. It's superb scoring form.
Bit of luck there. Poor defense by Barnsley in the box. Bit sloppy. Ricochets all over the place, and it's worked out for Pulisic.
He knows he's going to be under pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the
Really
target.
clinical from the American, the sort of finish you scarcely see from him IRL. Only comps Pulisic is good IRL, yeah. He's delivered the goods today, the American, and he's taking full advantage of this start he's been given. Great save there by Mendy. The back line exposed a little bit, in part because of the lack of pace Azpilicueta brings to the centre-back position. I would like to sell Azpilicueta and Thiago Silva, but I don't think there have been any particularly enticing offers thus far for either of them. They are just getting on, you know.
Playing it in.
At this point, their contribution to the squad is primarily in a leadership capacity, rather than as world-class centre-backs. But everyone's time comes eventually. Good play there by Dumfries, though, to prevent the shot on target.
Played over.
Ooh,
Pretty comfortable piece of
bit of a messy state of affairs there in the box. Barnsley trying to use physicality to get the better of Chelsea. Sell the old man to a La Liga team for scraps. Well, somebody's got to make a bid. I'd be very interested. I'm not particularly bothered about the fee either.
And have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more of the same as the game goes on.
Chelsea looking in complete control here. Here goes Breuer. Ooh. Lost the ball there. I think it was just a bit behind in the pass from, I wonder, I think it was Pulisic.
At the end here.
So far, so good at the bridge.
And so the first
Winning
half draws to a close here in West
the first
London.
half, playing like it's a training session on your regular Wednesday afternoon. I think Barnsley's had enough, to be honest. These sorts of games, you know, only work out for teams like Barnsley if you're 0-0 late into the second half, but 2-0 at the end of the first is just a suboptimal state of affairs for Barnsley. I just don't think they have the talent, if you will, to pierce through our really solid defense. Our defense, by the way, which has really improved. Last episode we had a couple of clean sheets. We're getting our act together. The team's beginning to believe in itself. Breuer found himself in that space between the lines and fancied a pop on goal. But a bit wide. Can't ask for much more? Quite so. Quite so. You take 2-0 against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup any day.
And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on EA TV. It's Chelsea facing Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Barnsley really struggling to actually even gain possession of the ball, to be honest. Here we go, once again. Mount, who's not really been in the game today, but to be honest, he hasn't really had to be in the game because
Tom Edwards.
It hasn't been an especially memorable affair from an attacking standpoint. I actually need to go back and see who got the assist. It might well have been Mount.
Space for them here.
Cucurella being challenged down the left-hand side.
Really
Great defense by Cucurella, though. Who's been good for Chelsea whenever he's been called upon. He's obviously not our first choice. He falls behind Chilwell in that regard, but he's been good.
This might be ideal for the counter.
He's done his defensive duties rather well.
Devante Cole. So half an hour remaining.
It's been a bit of a messy second half here. Nothing happening on either side of the pitch, but to be honest, you can understand that. I don't think this is the sort of game that Chelsea wants to expend too much energy in. Bigger fixtures lie ahead. For a team with, really, if we're being honest, title aspirations at this point. Ooh, Breuer almost found the space there.
Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore.
Here we go then.
Conor Gallagher.
Barnsley just sort of
On the ball, Zakaria.
cuss up shop the moment you're into their half. Makes life quite difficult for creative players looking to find a bit of space. I think it's also time probably to bring on a couple of subs here. I reckon we bring on Aubameyang for Breuer, who's had an average game. And I also like to bring on this young lad, Webster, see what he can bring to the picture. I don't think he's going to be someone who's going to be part of our team moving forward. I believe we were trying to sell him, in fact, but he's with us. He's still being paid a wage. Might as well give him a shot.
On the ball, Zakaria.
Maybe he does something to improve his transfer value. Not a bad cross. Ooh, bit wide from Pulisic, who was trying to go in there for his hat-trick.
And a substitution.
He has, and half has been messy. Time to turn to the bench. We've been trying to sell him. Yeah, we have been. We have been, indeed. He refuses to go. But perhaps he'll do something here that will make him appealing to the sort of team that he hopes to join. Great game from Pulisic, though. He's had a very good game here today, and he continues to keep himself in Engstrom's good books.
Well, it looks so promising,
his position in the squad was a bit...
Well, when Christian Pulisic plays in
how should we put this? At risk when Engstrom first took over, but he's done a good job since then. He's had a couple of assists and some meaningful goals along the way. I think he's still a way off from being ahead of Rodrigo on the flanks or Sterling, but he's definitely making himself a very good backup option. And it's a long season yet, so you never know. Here he goes for the hat-trick. Oh, he's got it. Captain America with his second hat-trick for Chelsea Football Club.
Well, let's take another look, and you have
I challenge you to remember who he scored the first hat-trick against. That's a bit of a trivia question. It's the Hatter, indeed. Good finish too from Pulisic. He could have fluffed that, but he took it well. Engstrom very, very content. It's 3-0 to Chelsea. It's quarter-finals in the Carabao Cup.
And Chelsea are quite simply running away with this.
It appears that Cucurella has something wrong with him. He's operating at less than maximum efficiency. I'd rather not take a risk here, so I'm going to take him off for Chilwell, even though Chilwell is a starter and we are 3-0 up against Barnsley. And not the sort of game you'd want to bring a starter on against. Dumfries. Not a bad cross there. Ooh, it was Pulisic again, trying to get his head on the ball. The slider's already at play as Cucurella is at risk of injury. And he's being attacked down his flank. Oh, it's a goal for Barnsley. That seems a bit unlucky because I think Chalobah actually had Paul under control. This may be another case of the FIFA goalkeeper botching it up. For no good reason. Let's have a look at that goal.
And the pace in which they
Cucurella
is devastating. It's so hard to defend against.
Yeah.
It makes the striker's job so easy.
That's a tough one, actually. I wouldn't blame Chalobah. I think he had... Oh, the ball's gone through his legs. And I suspect Mendy probably didn't expect that. Well, it's the sort of goal that you can't do much about. It is what it is. We've taken off Cucurella though. Hopefully his injury concern is not anything particularly serious. Because we do not have another backup on the down that side of the pitch. And Chilwell is notoriously injury prone.
Back with Almiron. Crossing opportunity. Almiron. And the cross
Almiron trying to get the
away.
cross in, but making little headway.
And he read it superbly. And he's in.
Ooh.
Vital intervention.
Aubameyang tempted to have a little bit of a pop there, but unfortunately
Martin.
the ball he strikes only goes so far as the first centre-back.
Well, they stopped them in their tracks.
Mount with a really understated performance today, but it won't matter because Chelsea are through 3-1. No clean sheet, says Wisco Kurt. Well, it is what it is.
They'll certainly fancy their chances going into the next round.
I'd rather tip my hat to Pulisic and congratulate him on the hat-trick rather than focus too much on a goal that was really unfortunate in terms of
that was a top-class hat-trick.
concessions as far as concessions go. Jeffrey Beach, I'm new. Hey Jeffrey, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, mate? And thanks for subscribing, by the way. I just saw that. Are you a football fan?
And there it is, the opening goal. What?
Quality performance. Let's have a look at the match ratings here. Pulisic with an outstanding 8.6 for 3 goals that he scored today. Breuer had an assist. Almiron got a 7.2, but I thought he was rather anonymous on the pitch, so I'm not sure that's warranted. Mount, as I suggested, a bit out of the mix today, but he still had an assist to his name. Good games from Gallagher and Zakaria, as well as Cucurella, Chalobah, and then surprisingly, Azpilicueta and Dumfries had 8, so they'll be very content. I think the big question now is, what is the state of Cucurella's injury? Can ask for much more in a match. Yeah, I just packed Team of the Year Militao. Oh, nice, dude. Militao's a really good player. I really like him in FIFA too because he's very quick and rather difficult to run past. Which is really the only skill you look for from a centre-back in FIFA, to be honest.
Just a couple of questions.
Not in the real world, but in FIFA, that's all you need. Are you a Real Madrid fan in real life too, Jeffrey? Engstrom with that familiar twinkle in his eyes. He knows things are going just swimmingly at Chelsea at the moment. Oh, and Cucurella, we've just been told, has been taken out of the picture for 3 months, which is a real challenge for us, if I'm honest, because as I mentioned earlier, we do not have another backup at the left wing-back position, so it's really all on Chilwell now, the very injury-prone and often fragile Chilwell. But we hope he'll be able to carry the slack now that Cucurella's off. I'm a Liverpool fan. Oh, good. That's cool.
That'll be all. Thank
What do you think of Liverpool's performances this season so far, mate? It's been a tricky season for Liverpool. Funny that coming from me, a Chelsea fan. It's been an enormously tricky season for us as well. I have no position to troll you from. Really disappointed about Cucurella though. That's going to be a bit of a challenge moving forward. Thiago Silva says, great boss, I'm really happy that you still see the value in what I can bring to the squad. He's just happy that we signed a new deal with him and gave him that 1-year extension. That said, I'm not terribly bothered about him as we are trying to sell him. Misery loves company coming from a Chelsea fan. Have you packed any Team of the Year players yet? Jeffrey, I don't really play Team of the Year, to be honest with you. I play club seasons online a lot. I'm actually very good at it. And then I play a lot of career mode, but I'm not a huge fan of Team of the Year stuff. Oh, we've just been... Ah, Curtis, you're going to enjoy this. Your favorite international team, Belgium, is asking if we would be interested in signing to be their manager to replace Roberto Martinez. Our performances haven't been good enough, says Jeffrey. Yeah, that's true. It's been an odd year for Liverpool. I feel like the fatigue from last season's contention in 4 different competitions really hit back at the Liverpool squad this year. And there's also been some very unfortunate injuries to factor in. But I think the chief weakness for Liverpool has been a very flimsy midfield. I think you guys really need to make some big midfield signings, which is probably why you're so interested in young Jude Bellingham from Dortmund. Wisco Kurt says, nope. Okay, Wisco, you're the boss. Engstrom will politely decline the offer from Belgium. We've also actually been asked to join the Swedish national team. What do you think about this? Is this more appealing, Wisco? What's your PSN? Let me pull it up for you. There you go. It's right there. If you want to add me, Jeffrey, feel free. Essentially just pseudo-doc. Okay, we're not going for Sweden either. Fair enough. Alright, Denzel Dumfries. Just wanted to let you know I'm feeling good, boss. Ready to come in for Kukurea. Well, mate, but you don't play down the left-hand side, so... You're not really a viable replacement for Kukurea. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'll add you later. Do you play Fortnite? Yes, I do, Jeffrey. In fact, lately I've been doing these Fortnite with viewers streams, which I do 1 or 2 times a week, where I play with players on my squad from the chat. So if you're in the chat during one of those streams, let me know you want to play and I'll add you to my squad and we'll play together. Those have been super popular, actually. We've been having a good time with those. We did one of them just yesterday evening, in fact. If you want my... Actually, I'll punch in my Fortnite ID for you, so you have it. Yeah, just send me a request on Fortnite and we can do that. I reckon we go with the starting 11 here, honestly, and maybe make a few changes to the bench to account for a bit of fatigue. I'm gonna put Chalobah in for Zakaria, and then... Now, see, this is where things get tricky, because we don't have a backup wing-back now, so I'm gonna put Azpilicueta in. I don't like this at all, but we don't really have a choice, do we? Anyway, it is what it is. I'll add you later on to Fortnite as well. Yeah, sweet! Yeah, like I said, I do the Fortnite with viewer streams something like twice a week or so, so if you catch me on the next one, we can definitely play together. Alright, Wolverhampton Wanderers. The pace merchants of the Premier League, always looking to tear you apart with the front three. It was a fun night last night, Fortnite. What level are you on Fortnite? Pretty sure I'm close to 70. I started playing about like 3-ish weeks ago. I've won the game about 6 times or so, including yesterday. We actually started with a dub yesterday. But yeah, I think I'm around level 70. What about you? What level are
Outrun your
you?
opponent,
What level are
eventually
you
you'll get
at?
the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Wander around Wolves and beat them? Well, Wolves can be a tricky team sometimes. Ruben Neves looking prepared, looking intense. It's the sort of game that we want to approach carefully, try and keep possession of the ball as much as possible, and be careful with our passing because we don't want to be broken down for Adama Traore and Daniel Pedence to run down the flanks. They've got a good front three, the Wolves. I also did not know that Adama Traore is back to the Wolves. I thought he was at Barcelona. I know that he left Barcelona, but I couldn't remember that he went back to Wolves.
And leading the line today is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo's back in the squad. He's had 8 goals in the Premier League already. He's top scorer in the league, I believe. He's just been absolutely on fire for Chelsea. And Neymar's catching up. Neymar's delivered the goods a couple of times as well. I'm on level 102, you know, before I was playing squads, and we got 3 wins in a row. Damn, that's really good, dude. You must be really good at the game. I'm definitely looking forward to playing with you the next time around then. I generally do the Fortnite with viewer streams in the evenings. Usually, like on a Thursday or Saturday or Sunday. I don't think I'm gonna do one this weekend because I'm a bit busy, but I may do one on Monday, potentially Monday evening. These are more like spur of the moment streams. They're not like my regular streams, which are scheduled and follow like a timetable. But keep your eyes out. I'd love to get you in on one of those.
He's decided to caution him, Stuart.
And he's going to be under a lot of pressure now. That was a poor challenge.
A short free kick this time.
Kovacic has been very good in this team as well. He scored a couple of absolute bangers in the last episode.
James.
Chelsea keeping the ball, which is really the way to go in a game like this. You don't want to take too many risks early on. James loses the ball just as I say we shouldn't take too many risks.
Well, Chelsea as a team don't
Here goes Adama Traore on his bike.
Best defensive record in the league.
Oh dear. Ooh. Oh dear. Mendy has made a mess of it. And Gonzalo Guedes has scored. I'm not that good. It's my mates who are good. I average about 4 kills a game though. 4 kills a game is pretty good. That's solid. That means you're making a meaningful contribution to your team's efforts. The worst are the dudes who just like passively follow along and heal their teammates without, you know, contributing to the combat in any way.
What sort of response will we see from them now?
A bit of a shady start from Chelsea here. Got to get our act together before we find ourselves 2-0 down.
James. Neymar.
Here goes Ronaldo though. Ooh, he tried to run past the opposing centre-back. In yesteryear, Ronaldo would have pulled that off, but this is no longer that Ronaldo, unfortunately.
Ryan Ait-Nouri.
I actually regret not playing with younger Ronaldo as much in the earlier iterations of FIFA. I think I played 1 season with Ronaldo as a striker at Real Madrid in FIFA 15 or something, and that was a lot of fun. And then I must have played 1 or 2 seasons back in FIFA 07 with Ronaldo, which was fun too. But not nearly as much as I would have liked. Same with Messi, actually. I think I've only ever played a few seasons with prime Messi.
What can they do from here?
This is a shame.
And it might be. Well,
good defense there by Chilwell. He was exposed for a minute, but he tracks back effectively. Mendy gonna Mendy. Indeed. Mendy gonna Mendy. Well, I think Koulibaly let him down a little bit too there, though. Oh dear. Sloppy from Chelsea to start things off. Here we go.
Ronaldo.
Brought the ball off the wings.
And it might appeal to Raheem Sterling, you know. No nonsense clearance.
Just a shade over Sterling's head. Ruben Neves and Joao Moutinho having no issues whatsoever so far, and it seems like Sterling is at risk of injury as well, which is just fantastic, really. The sliders are beginning to do the work.
Neves.
Oh, that's offside, fortunately. How old are you, says Jeffrey? I'm 29, mate. What about you? You don't have to answer that, by the way, if you don't feel like you want to. But yeah, I'm 29.
A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in.
So far,
Rodrigo.
very underwhelming
Ronaldo.
performance from Chelsea.
James. Neymar waiting to take it on. Not really the ideal clearance. Kovacic. Oh, a great.
I might have to take Sterling off here. He's, again, very injury-prone, so I don't know if I want to expose him to the game for too long. Yeah, I reckon I take him off, honestly.
Goalkeeper has it.
And I do have Pulisic on the bench, so we have a like-for-like replacement, if
Lost
you will.
possession. Nelson Semedo. Traore.
Oh dear.
Moutinho.
Good save by Mendy.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench.
Taking Sterling off, unfortunately. We just haven't seen enough from Chelsea altogether, so hopefully Pulisic can have an impact in the squad moving forward.
Reece James. Skriniar.
Well, Chelsea have had so much possession, as you can see, but their attacking players been too slow, mainly due to a lack of movement of the front
running
players.
into traffic.
At some point, they have to.
I'm downloading Ghosts of Tsushima, says Blue. Oh, Ghost is an amazing game, dude. You're gonna have a great time. Ghost is a superb game.
Kovacic. James. Here's Kovacic.
Here goes Ronaldo. Ah,
High quality defending.
couldn't quite find
And the
Neymar.
flag does go up. Must have been tight.
Can I be moderated, please? Asked Jeffrey. To be honest, I don't really require as many moderators as I initially expected. I have a
He's
couple.
going to be disappointed with that pass.
But generally speaking, I like to keep my moderators as individuals that I know in my personal life, just because if there's something wrong with the channel, I can contact them IRL and ask for assistance. But if you stay around with the channel for a long period of time and I get to know you a little bit, Jeffrey, we can discuss that.
Jorginho. Well, totaling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes.
But yeah, the chief thing with a moderator that you need is the ability to contact them whenever you need them for support. And I think the 3 or 4 moderators that I do have are all people that I know in my personal life
He
as
continues
well.
his run. Well, the story of the first half has been written. It is half-time now.
I'm excited. Oop on Sterling and Night Blue. Also, how's it going? I'm well. Let's go. You doing well? Just chilling and enjoying some FIFA. Yeah, terrible first half, guys. Terrible first half, and we've lost Sterling. This could be an L for us, to be very honest with you. This is not looking too good.
Running in the second half.
Have you played Ghost before, Blue, or just watched gameplay videos? Got to pick things up here, or we're at risk of losing the 3 points. That's cool. I'm probably going to go eat food, specifically Mexican. Now I haven't played Ghost's first playthrough. Nice, yeah. Ghost is a great game. Combat's very satisfying in Ghost. And it's also one of those games that lets you basically become a god by the end, so it's kind of fun to be OPAF and go into camps and kill like 20 or 30 people without breaking a sweat. That is a lot of fun. Alright, I'm gonna lock in here a little bit and try and rescue the game.
Well, this is the home of live football, EA TV, and we have more action coming up from the Premier League for you. It's Wolves facing Southampton. Really sitting deep now. That could be problematic. This could square the
Cristiano!
What a big chance that was.
Got a good shot away there, though. Wolves really packing the box, making life very difficult for us in terms of finding space. Really doing what we expected them to be doing, honestly.
Pulisic. Neymar.
Ronaldo! Woo! Oh, and it's worked out. A fortunate ricochet, and Ronaldo has tapped the ball in. Nice. Went simple with fish tonight. Tomorrow some dim sum on my end. Later nerds, I'll see you all later. Take care, Blue. Have a good one. Yeah, lucky indeed. That just sort of fell at our feet. But Ronaldo will take any sort of goal, to be honest. And so will we. It's just what we needed. Hopefully that brings a little bit of momentum back our way, because it's been a
back underway.
A very dicey game for us.
Adama.
But Chelsea picking up now. Although Wolves pressing quite aggressively, not something you'd expect to see at 1-1. I think it's time we make a substitution too. Let's see who we have on the bench, who we can potentially call upon. I'm going to bring Gallagher on for Jorginho just to have a more forward-thinking approach. And I'm actually going to move us to an attacking approach instead of balanced, just to see if we can create a few more chances. There we go. Attacking instructions being offered by Engstrom. He wants the 3 points here. He reckons we can nab them somehow. This could be... Ooh. That was a bit dicey once again there.
And we have more live.
Haven't seen much from Neymar in this game. Neymar's let me down today.
It's Chelsea taking on Brighton.
Hopefully he has a moment in him. As has Rodrigo, to be honest. Rodrigo has really been lacking this afternoon.
What a game we've had so far. Goals at both ends, some near misses as well, and some good individual displays. You can't take your eyes off of
Wolves, again in a tricky area of the pitch. Well done though by Reece James.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench.
Do we make another substitution? If so, who do we bring on? I could bring Aubameyang on, but I don't want to. I don't really have any other options. I'm gonna keep the same team going. They both have, says Wisco Kurt. Yeah, I reckon Ronaldo is the way to go. He has a knack for a late goal.
A corner right on the back of the last one.
I could bring Aubameyang on, but it doesn't seem to be the right choice. Engstrom feels that the GOAT is the way to go in this tricky fixture.
Not away completely.
Well headed away by Pulisic, who's also been rather quiet since he's been brought on.
Can he put them in front?
Oh dear, what a goal.
And you have to say it was on the cards.
Was it Gonzalo Guedes again? No, it's Hee Chan with a banger from just outside the box. This might be it, fellows. This might be our first loss of the season. Oh no, he's just inside the box. I can't even blame Koulibaly. He was defending well. That's just a cracker of a goal. Cannot blame Koulibaly for that.
In the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here?
Not looking good for Chelsea so far.
Pulisic now. And unable to keep possession.
And we've lost Sterling. Will we get anything out of this fixture today? Oh, here's Pulisic. Oh, he's got it!
And a goal! An end to
Captain America!
and they weren't behind for long.
He's done it! I can scarcely believe it. He latches on to the through ball from Cristiano Ronaldo, and he has done it.
That's a great goal.
Could he be a starter in this Chelsea squad? He's certainly making himself known. What a great goal. In a match where Chelsea arguably deserve nothing. I reckon it's time to make a sub. We're going to get Ronaldo off. We're going to bring Aubameyang on. Just to see if he can use a little bit of pace late on and sneak something here. But you have to say, a point in this fixture would be well earned. There we go, says Wisco Kurt. Strong attack needed. I could go ultra attacking, but I'm really worried that I'll concede. Because Wolves are really pressing. I reckon we play with the attacking setting on for now. And see if we can get lucky here. Smash and grab. Ooh. That could have been good for us, but it didn't work out. Gonzalo Getz was running in our defense again, but well done by Mendy on that particular occasion. He came out early and he was decisive. Got to be careful here. Wolves are definitely feeling like they could sneak 3 points out of us. We haven't been worth 3 points, but I think we'd be happy with a single point today if we can get it. Well done by Gallagher, but unfortunately he couldn't save the ball from going into touch.
Ryan Ait Nouri.
Oh dear! How has that happened?
And with so little time left, that will surely be decisive. Astonishing drama.
That seems really odd, guys. I would have thought Skriniar had control of the ball there. What's happened here? Oh, that's a really weird one. What happens here exactly? There's nothing you can do about that. That just bounces in a way that works out for him, and then he just half volleys it comfortably into the net. There's nothing you can do about that.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end.
I can't even blame Skriniar. Let's go ultra attacking, boys. Let's see what happens.
Just 5 minutes remaining.
If we're gonna lose, we might as well lose 4-2. Who cares?
But it's not over for them.
Does Rodrigo have a moment in him today? He's been very lethargic.
Kovacic. On to Chilwell. And the keeper more than equal to it.
Chilwell having a crack.
Well, this might be their final opportunity to draw level.
This is a really interesting game now.
Taken short. Skriniar. James.
Ooh, James trying to be a little bit too cute there, I reckon. He's probably better off this crossing.
Nelson Semedo has it.
Still time for perhaps one more attack here.
Gallagher.
Ah,
Well-timed tackle.
Gallagher run off the ball, and that's probably that. Chelsea looking at their first defeat of the season here. I reckon that's going to be that. Yep, there we go. First defeat of the season at the hands of Wolves. A couple of really odd goals, to be honest. But I don't think we were deserving of anything more than a defeat there, so we just have to take it. L, says Wisco Card. L, indeed. We just do need to take that on the chin. Just a performance that merited very little in the way of points. Good game from Pulisic though, he had a good goal. As well as Cristiano, who had a rather fortunate goal if I'm honest. Neymar had an assist, but he was generally speaking anonymous in the game. And Chilwell is actually the man of the match. He had a very good game, and he almost equalised late on with his efforts. Decent games from Skriniar, Koulibaly, James, and Mendy too. But yeah, an odd game. But you have to take it. Wolves earned their luck there by playing the better football.
Just a couple of questions for you.
Engstrom looking calm though. He knows such things happen over the course of a long season. Terrible play from the attack today. Yeah, just Rodrigo was not even in the game. I almost forgot that he was out on the pitch, and same with Neymar. The press asking if Cucurella's loss caused us any trouble, but I don't think it was up to Cucurella, really. Sterling's out for 5 days. That's not the worst thing in the world. He'll be back relatively quickly, and frankly, Pulisic, with the goals he's scoring, is meriting a place of his own, so even if we lost Sterling, we'd have a worthy replacement.
No further questions, thanks.
Who are we off to next? Is it Brighton? For some reason I remember Brighton being the next game. Let's see who's in our mail. Sterling out for 5 days, not a very big deal. Dumfries disappointed that he didn't play in the last game, but frankly, where was I to play him? I'm not going to play him down the left as a right wing back. He can be pissed off all he likes. Cry me a river, Dumfries, that's just not your position, mate. Ah, the Youth Academy report. I'm always excited about these because we've got a couple of very interesting young prospects. Young Alex Walker, still looking like he's progressing well, so we'll keep him along. Same with Will White, who is a very promising prospect, actually. Reggie Chels. Reggie Chels is, he's dropped his lower ceiling to 69. Actually, a bunch of them have dropped. Hold on. So remember, our criteria was 80 on the lower end, 90 on the higher end. A couple of these players have fallen, so there's an argument to be made that we'll cut a couple of them loose and clean up shop. I'm gonna let Walker go. As disappointed as I am, young Alex Walker will have to be cut. It's good knowing you, mate. Hopefully you find another club. I'm going to give Will White one more season because he is progressing well for a 15-year-old at 54 overall. Same with Reggie Chels, who's at 56, which is very high for a 15-year-old. James Harper, though, he's out. He is out. Aaron Mathis, I reckon he's out as well. His overall is too low, and his ceiling is not particularly good either. Ronnie Rose continues to do well. Ronnie Rose is a star. He's going to be a very, very good player. He's 60 already at 15 years of age, with a potential of 80 to 94. Really looking forward to seeing how Ronnie pans out. Lucas Palmer looking good too, as is Arthur Kempia. I think all these lads stay on. Got a couple of new prospects in the team. See if any of them are any good. None, really. What about our American contingent? Ooh, this lad's promising. He's 18 already, though. And his overall is between 44 to 54. I don't think he's going to make our team. Not good enough. Austin Cox, 50 to 62. 72 to 88 overall. He's a goalkeeper. I'll give him a shot. Goalkeeper, we have more opportunity to potentially make the squad someday. None of the other lads look especially promising. I'm back, says Jeffrey. Hey Jeffrey, welcome back. Rose is looking strong. Rose is the gem in our huge setup at the moment. He has the potential to be a superstar. I'm looking forward to seeing what he becomes. Alright, on to the next game. Having taken the L in that last fixture, we need to set things right. The ship is in need of some correction. Premier League Player of the Month shortlist, and surprisingly we have no contenders in there. That's a bit shocking. I think we've been playing amazing football. Players off the national team and a couple of males here. Just wanted to let you know I'm feeling good, Moss, ready to come in for Raheem Sterling. I have thought of that, Pulisic. You may well get the chance. And Fofana asking for a shot against Brighton too. We'll see. Alright, it's time for Brighton, which can be a very challenging affair at some points. I'm going to give Sterling the game. Well, do I give Sterling the game or? I'm actually going to play Pulisic for Rodrigo, who I thought was not good in the last game. I'm also going to give Neymar a break here and let Mount start. Do I want to make any other changes? I'll give Fofana a crack for Koulibaly. I'm really going to leave it at that. I think that's about fair. Let Mount take the free kicks. All of that's good. Let me just check the jerseys here to make sure there's not too much of a clash. That should be fine. Let's play ball. Fortunately, Sterling's injury was not devastating to the team. He's already back. Pulisic's the man in form. 4 goals in the last 3 games. Who would have thought I would ever be saying that? Pulisic's the man in form.
Hello everyone, great to be with you from Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham...
Got a correct course here today. Make sure that we don't let last week's defeats dampen our spirits. Nobody says we're so guys.
On the pitch to match the day. It's Chelsea facing Brighton and Hove Albion.
But yeah, there's still a couple of places in this team that we need some backups in. I think we need another wing back for sure. And then I reckon we need either a DM or a playmaker, a Declan Rice sort of player who can play either of our 2 midfield roles. I think we need that profile of player.
And this is how it looks for Chelsea. Raheem Sterling plays with Christian Pulisic out wide, and leading the attack today is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Especially given that Zakaria will leave for Juventus at the end of the season.
And a look at the lineup for Brighton.
Well, the way they're set up, it's vital.
Brighton have a couple of promising players though. You've got to be very careful with this team. They have a way about them. Trossard in particular is a fantastic player. And then Danny Welbeck. He's one of those annoying players who can pull something out of the hat when you least expect it. Here we go then. Chelsea, Brighton. Eva Engstrom, the pressure's on him. Everyone wants to see how he recovers after suffering his first professional defeat as a manager.
It's going to be a really interesting battle. Chelsea kick off.
Everyone waiting to see a collapse here.
Sterling.
That was a very odd game against Wolves though.
Wesley Fofana. Sterling.
Good play here by Chelsea. Chilwell meaning business already. He has been a fantastic player for this team, as Chilwell. Here we go. Mount continues. 7th goal of the season. Yep, I'd say a winger in the transfer window, a winger as well. I need to actually look at our winger options. Yeah, Almiron hasn't really worked out for us, so I can see why you're saying that, Wisco Kurt. Wonderful start indeed. Mason Mount with the early goal to calm the nerves after last week's shocker. Mason Mount with a 6th goal in the Premier League in 7 matches. At this moment, he's honestly giving Neymar a real run for his money.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0.
Neymar, of course, did have that wonderful performance against Arsenal in the last episode.
A captivating season, highly competitive, especially at the summit.
Well, what a great title race this looks like being. Yes, there's a long way to go, but it's difficult to split these teams at the moment. Let's hope I'm right.
Great play there again by Chelsea. There's an eagerness about the lads today. Ooh. Oh, Mount should have put that away. That should have been 2-0 to Chelsea, shouldn't it? Ooh. Great ball by Ronaldo. There's a desperation about this Chelsea team. They want to atone for last week's loss. Or a right left back as a backup to Chilwell and James. Yeah, we definitely need a backup wing back, 100%. Because we have Cucurella out. And really, we only have Dumfries and Cucurella in that position. Maybe even a young player, even if it's somebody from the academy, that's fine.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead.
Ronaldo scored.
It's a matter of avoiding any silly mistakes.
The whole stadium erupts in a zoo to salute the goat.
Well, this is a very tidy.
Great ball again by Chilwell. Good ball by Mount. Ronaldo, he just knows where the net is. He just has an instinct like no other for the bottom corner. That's how you do it, says Wisco Kurt. Couldn't agree more, mate. Engstrom is euphoric. Chelsea are back.
And a change to the scoreline at Anfield. Let's get all the information.
This is a different Chelsea team from the ones of yesteryear. It responds to defeat with victory.
Cheers, Alex.
Brighton looking entirely out of the picture here.
Being egged on by the crowd.
Ooh.
It did look on for
Good
them,
play there
but
again.
not to
There
be.
could have been a little bit more space if young Pulisic had run into the box, but he chose to provide support. Chelsea looking
Mateo Kovacic.
very good once again.
Keeping hold of the ball is what it's all about for them. A lot of forward thrust here from Ronaldo. Now what can he do from this excellent position?
It's 3-0.
Oh, must be. There it is. And he could scarcely have had an easier finish.
3-0 to Chelsea. Fantastic teamwork there. Just passing the ball around, looking for the open man, always making that extra pass. And it's delivered the goods. It's Mason Mount once again. It's Sterling. It's 3-0 to Chelsea. That should be the business done at the bridge. Poor Brighton can't do anything quite right. And I think Brighton are actually really having trouble dealing with Ronaldo, who keeps sneaking into what I like to call the Harry Kane striker role, which is just dropping into that number 10 space, dragging the defender back with him, thereby clearing up space in the box for other players. Great play by Ronaldo.
Finding its target. Going well. Well, the cross
Oh, dear.
to be
Ooh.
missing the target.
Bit dodgy there from Fofana. He let the ball go to Welbeck, but fortunately it was from far too acute an angle. Last thing you want to do is concede a
Good interception.
silly goal to Brighton at this stage. Never mind. Speaking of silly goals, that's just poor defending from Chelsea Football Club. They've lost their head there after taking the 3-0 lead.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the
Poor
quality of the
pass
cross.
to begin
It's
with.
perfect, which makes it a fairly simple finish.
And then Welbeck's just
It's a really
wide
good
open in the
goal.
box because Fofana chases after the ball. Welbeck with a relatively easy header. Although you got to give him credit, he did dive rather well for the ball there.
Well, it's a tale of 4
Chelsea
goals
needing
in this
a little
match
bit of
now.
keep
3
ball here
quality.
just to calm the nerves, if you will.
Almost weighing up the opposition with a string of neat
They've
passes.
played so well this first half, taking a 3-goal
Chilwell.
lead. They
It's
don't want
with
to
Milan
lose it now.
Skriniar. Inching towards the interval, and it's going with home advantage. Stuart, as always, very keen to get your take.
Well, they've played some really good football up to now. In particular, the way they've got it into their front players has been excellent.
Kovacic
I've also liked the movement of the
slashed
strikers.
at the ball
They
as
just
he
now need
got
to
into
take
the
this
box
forward
there.
into the second half.
A bit far out though, and too much obstruction in his way.
Skriniar.
Skriniar, who's been very reliable since he joined Chelsea, he's had a very good start to his career here.
Here's Ronaldo.
Here goes
Looks
Mount though.
He's in position.
Ah,
And he's
but
out
Mount
himself.
lacking the
Wonderful save there.
that killer instinct, if you will.
Well, visionary passing. The end
Well done by
product just wasn't
Fofana on
there.
that occasion. Fofana likely to blame to some extent for the first goal.
Well, as
But
the
he's
stats
done well
confirm,
since then.
Chelsea have controlled the ball, and as a result have dominated the game. Some of their passing
Here goes
movements have been
Sterling.
a joy to watch.
Coming
Might
back
be
from
ending to
his
change.
brief injury.
Yes, who knows? Maybe another opportunity in the works for them.
Pulisic
Was a menacing
in two
attack,
minds
but
there. He
tidied
thought
up.
about shooting, but he also thought
The
about
referee
squaring
has
the
added
ball to
on 2
Ronaldo.
minutes
Ended up
of
doing
stoppage
neither.
time. And Sterling has it. Chilwell. Mateo Kovacic in the
Ooh,
centre.
the ghost!
Well,
With
gets
a
it away. Superb
phenomenal
save.
bicycle kick. Jesus Christ. You've got to see a replay of that. That nearly went in. Here's the cross from Chilwell. Oh, ooh, wouldn't that have been the goal of the season had that got in? Terrible shot by Mount. Yeah, Mount, I think he outran the ball a little bit there.
And now the delivery. Not the result.
But Chelsea
of the set
looking
piece
good.
they were
After
looking
having
for.
conceded that goal, they've gotten control of the game once more. Wonderful
Managers will
bicycle
now
kick
deliver
almost
their
went in.
half-time
Yeah,
team
absolutely.
talks.
It's a
We're
real
at the
shame
end of
actually. That would have been
45
a
minutes in this
phenomenal
game.
goal.
But I think it's fair to make this observation.
Mason Mount, he's really been the man of the match
his
so
usual
far.
high
He's had
standard.
2 assists,
Well, I
a
think
goal.
he's been outstanding
Could
so
have had
far.
another goal.
He's looked a constant threat and he scored a very good goal.
He's
What a
just
player he
a catalyst for this Chelsea team, the young Englishman. Neymar wondering, can he keep up with Mason Mount? Not something you'd expect me to say ever either.
Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half.
Midfield has
Chels.
really been good today, though. Constantly looking forward, finding those little
The attack fizzles out.
diagonal balls, keeping the momentum, if you will.
Fofana. Here's Kovacic. Well, possession is the watchword inside their own territory.
Bryson seems to have calmed down
Just
as
a quick
well since
reminder,
they
we have
scored.
more action from the
There
Premier
was a
League
tense
coming
couple
your
of
way.
minutes there
It's
after the
Chelsea
first goal
facing
for
Bournemouth.
Bryson, but Chelsea really seemed to have found their feet again.
Mount.
Here goes Mount.
Opportunity here.
Ooh,
He's blocked
well
it.
defended on that particular occasion. He was looking for the far corner, but he was corralled well by the Brighton defence.
Can he deliver it with accuracy? Well, he failed to get it away properly. And he takes on the shots. Kovacic. Well, he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did.
Chelsea continue to play on the front foot, hoping to secure another goal here if they can, and that's really how you want to see Engstrom's side deal with the remainder of the match, because Brighton do have a knack for showing up
Mount.
when you least expect them to.
Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Good movement. Sterling.
That's
And he scored
four.
not once, but twice.
And that's Mason Mount yet again.
And no wonder he's enjoying himself.
Fantastic play by Chelsea. Little flicks, little passing moves, 1-2s, and the result, ball's back in Brighton's net. Great play there by Sterling. He could have had a shot. It must have been very tempting to pull the trigger. But he played the extra pass for Mount, who he saw in a better position, and Mount takes perfect advantage. 4-1 to Chelsea, and I think it's time to bring on the subs. I reckon we give Mount a send-off here in favour of Neymar. And I also think it's time to bring on Aubameyang to see the game out. I think Ronaldo's done his job and we really don't want to risk an injury to Cristiano. Well played. Quality performance from Mason Mount. Deserves all the applause in the world.
Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1.
Neymar, I'd like to see a little bit more from him. He's had a very poor game against Wolves that he'd like to put behind him, I reckon.
For more Premier League action coming your way. It's Brighton and Hove Albion
Fofana with
facing
a
Southampton.
sloppy pass there.
That will be two good teams in a great stadium.
But he's had a good game for Fofana outside of the goal, of course. Ooh, Aubameyang again in that Harry Kane-ish position, trying to sneak the rushing winger in.
Pascal Gross.
Well played by Chelsea. Here's Reece James.
The perfect position to read it.
Aubameyang with a sloppy through ball though.
He's got the right idea with that pass.
Well defended by Chelsea.
Fisted clear.
Leaving no position from which a weakness may be found for Brighton. I reckon it's time to make another change. I'm going to take Kovacic on and bring Zakaria on in his place. Obar couldn't get the pass in. Yeah, unfortunately, he had the right idea. He just couldn't find the angle. Zakaria coming on for Kovacic, who's had a good game, I reckon. He's controlled the midfield well today.
And over it comes.
Ooh!
Oh, really good header.
Quite a thumping header there from the Brighton player, but well saved by Mendy. Fierce header. Great save. But you'd think the game is over at this point. At 4-1, 70th minute, I don't think
pretty simple for the keeper.
A goal would necessarily cause Chelsea too much in the way of anxiety. Here goes Reece James.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Well, he might be onto something.
Ooh.
Just over the bar.
Good
Really
ball by Neymar to the sprinting Sterling, but Sterling has blasted the ball just over the crossbar there. Just over the override. Lucille, relax.
The final quarter of an hour now.
Ooh. Bit of a rough showing there from the Brighton player, trying to nick the ball off of Chilwell. One hopes that that did not injure the very, very consistent Chilwell. Here's Reece James, out wide. Crosses the ball in.
Not quite the clearance they were hoping for.
Sterling popping in for the header again, but
he decided to let the play flow.
It was a bit too far and his header was a bit too high.
Yeah, I think that's good refereeing. He tried to play the advantage.
Trossard complaining. He didn't think he earned a yellow card, but he absolutely did. That was a very borderline malicious challenge
10 minutes to go then.
Chilwell, and you have to really notch that up to frustration for Trossard.
And Chelsea with the ball
Bryson
again.
just outplayed by a superior team today.
Well, let's go to Alex Scott now because something has happened in the Liverpool game. Alex.
Yep, second one for Nottingham Forest. It was a nice one too.
Here goes Chilwell, or beg your pardon, Reece James. Ah, Neymar. Here's Neymar. Oh, that's a good ball by Neymar. It's a great goal by Sterling. Sterling has 2, and Neymar returns with an assist.
Well, here's the replay, and
he held his own, stole the ball back. It's a fantastic ball. He waited patiently, did Neymar, found the open man, and that's a great finish from Sterling. Wonderful passing indeed, Wisco Kras. That is 5-1 to Chelsea. What a stupendous return to form from Engstrom's side after heartbreak at Wolves last weekend. It was a challenging fixture, and things could have been very different, but Engstrom's side showed the grit needed. And they've taken 3 well-earned points. Here's Aubameyang. Loses the ball there, though. Do Chelsea have a 6th in them? On this sort of form, you wouldn't put anything past them, but that's the final whistle. It is 5-1 to Chelsea. What a performance by the men in blue.
All over the pitch. We saw good individual performances. We saw an attack which was always threatening, and they played really well.
Engstrom with the fist pump. Just what you want to see from your manager after a victory of that magnitude against a very challenging opposition. In terms of performances, it's Sterling who's man of the match, actually. 2 goals and 2 assists. Probably his best game in the Engstrom era. Ronaldo had a goal. Pulisic did play well, despite not having a goal or an assist. Neymar off the bench with an assist. He'll be pleased with that. Mount, stupendous performance. 2 goals and 2 assists. He's really been on fire under Engstrom's regime and is really taking to Engstrom football. Kovacic, Jorginho also had good games. Chilwell, once again, leading the back line. Chilwell has been our star in defence this season. I've been very impressed with his performances. And then Skriniar, Fofana and James doing a good job as well. 3 points for Chelsea. Onwards we move. That is how you respond after a loss. Quite so. Nothing like a 5-1 thumping against a challenging opposition to get over a loss. Goldfish memory displayed by the Chelsea players here. Engstrom, to be fair to him, didn't look particularly phased after the loss to Wolves. He knew that this squad is different, and haven't they shown it today? Got to give Mason Mount his flowers. He was absolutely superb. Could have had a hat-trick, actually. He had about 2 other chances that you'd think he would have put into the net, but really superlative effort from him. On to the next fixture. I wonder who we're playing next. I know we have Manchester United coming up, but I don't think that's quite the next game.
Thanks very much.
Couple of mails here. Fofana thanking us for his spot on the team. I reckon he played quite well. We give him credit. Pulisic thanking us as well. Let's move forward. Raheem Sterling, this is interesting news. Raheem Sterling is actually the assist leader in the Premier League at the moment. He's had 7 assists in 11 games. That's brilliant. And 4 goals. He's really finding his form for Chelsea. Zaha was the player of the month, though. Bit surprising that no Chelsea players were in the mix for Player of the Month. I thought we had a great month outside of that loss against Wolves. Ah, Kai Havertz desperate to fit in at Barca. This I do need to read. What's wrong with Kai Havertz at Barcelona? Havertz hasn't given Barca the necessary boost they were looking for, putting in very ordinary performances. He's struggled to shine in an otherwise settled team. Well, that's the story of Kai Havertz, isn't it? Aren't we glad we offloaded him for 105 million euros? Who could have guessed that about Kai playing to form, honestly, doing what he did at Chelsea for Barcelona. Do I regret selling him? Hell no. Even though he was actually playing well for Engstrom. Fleeced Barca, quite so. And signed Neymar in exchange, so it worked out quite well for us. Ah, it's Bournemouth next. That should be an easy 3 points, I reckon. It shouldn't be terribly difficult against Bournemouth. Here we go then. There's a press conference as well. Engstrom's been summoned by the newspapers.
And we'll start taking some questions now.
What do you mean the team's not made a great start? The team is top of the table and it's lost 1 Premier League game so far out of 11. I don't know what the FIFA AI is on about. We've been absolutely fantastic. Bournemouth should be another Barnsley. Yeah, I reckon so. I don't think Bournemouth will be too much of a challenge. We may even consider resting some players for Manchester United. That's actually a good question. Should we leave a couple of players on? I think I'll give Ronaldo a start here because I don't think I'll start Ronaldo against Manchester United. What not great start? What league are they watching? Precisely. I mean, we've been absolutely phenomenal. We are dominating the league when the aim for this team was a top 4 spot and not much else.
That's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Engstrom frustrated and justifiably so, I'd say. Alright, let's go into the match. As I said, I'm going to give Ronaldo the start here because I don't think he'll play against Man United. I'm going to let Mount take advantage of his good form and have him start as well. What about Rodrigo and Sterling? Now that's a trickier question. I'm going to let Sterling rest this one out. I'm going to need him against Man United. He's been in very good form. I'm going to let Rodrigo start though, because he's been a little bit off of it these last few games. And maybe a good performance against Bournemouth will set things right for him. I'm going to let Kovacic rest. As for Jorginho, I'll let him play because we have Zakaria, and I think Zakaria's physical presence may be useful against Man United. Let's give Kepa a shot as well. Dumfries. We'll take Skriniar off for this particular game and let young Fofana get in. Chilwell, I do want to take him off, but I don't have a like-for-like replacement. Which is a bit annoying. I'll put Azpilicueta on down the left. It's not ideal. It really isn't. But I don't want to risk Chilwell in this game, so it is what it is. He's likely to be outpaced is my concern, but what can we do? Here we go then. Chelsea, Bournemouth. Sterling should rest. Aspie can play left. Yeah, I'm just worried about his lack of pace is all. He is no longer the fleet-footed player that he once... Well, actually, I don't think he particularly was one even earlier, but he's definitely much slower now.
Today, live on EA TV.
Cristiano Ronaldo, top scorer in the Premier League.
Hello from the south coast of England on a very
continues to deliver week in, week out. He would like to play against Manchester United, wouldn't he? He's got a little bit of revenge on his mind, I reckon. Wouldn't it be absolutely poetic if Ronaldo scores against United? But I don't think he's quite the player we would want to feature in that what will likely be a fast-paced encounter. It would be amazing, says Wisco Cad, no doubt. But this is one of those games you need the 3 points from. It's fixtures like this that define the Premier League season, not the fixtures against the Uniteds of the world. We've got to make sure that we don't get too overconfident and do the job here. Take that momentum from last week forward. Former Chelsea player Dominic Solanke in the forward line for Bournemouth today. He has a reason to step up and show his previous employers what he's made of. Pulisic has made a superb impact though this season and rightly is on the starting lineup today. He may have a role to play against United as well, although Sterling has been in wonderful form too. Assist leader no less in the Premier League. Here we go then. Bournemouth, Chelsea. From the Vitality Stadium.
To be a really interesting battle. Chelsea kick off.
Bafana taking advantage of a good performance in the last game to earn his place in the starting lineup once again.
Conor Gallagher. It's with Koulibaly. Now Chelsea in a position of menace.
Conor Gallagher really needs to step up too. He's at risk of being loaned out, to be honest. He hasn't really delivered the goods in the few appearances he has made in the first team.
Jadon Anthony. Solanke.
Good play there by Chelsea to win the ball back. Ooh. I'm shocked that that wasn't offside, but somehow it wasn't. Doc, who's your favourite team? Asked Kevin. Hey Kevin, how's it going? My favourite football team is indicated by my cap over here. It's Chelsea Football Club. I've been a Chelsea Football Club fan since I was 12 in 2005.
Takes the shot. A gift for any goal.
I'll give you one guess before he says Biscoke bad.
Conor Gallagher.
I really want to see more from Conor Gallagher in this match. If he wants to regularly start, he's got to step up.
Well, the best players are the ones that can play in tight areas, and he can certainly play in tight areas. He wriggles out of situations, he can find that penetrative pass. And
do you support a team, Kevin, since you asked?
He could be the outstanding player today.
No, dude.
Well, it looked like a good ball, but cut out in the end.
Here we go then. On the attack. Ah, poor ball from Ronaldo. Not something we've said very often this season. He's generally been on point with his superb assists. Here we go then.
Alex with the info as ever.
Mount with a good ball there. Didn't quite make it to Rodrigo, but good effort by Mount. Good vision, if you will.
The attack continues. They're making considerable progress.
Dumfries tracking back really well to make sure that the Bournemouth winger didn't find that bit of space. Argentina? Oh, cool. I definitely supported Argentina in the final just because I wanted to see Messi win the World Cup in his career, so That was wonderful.
Dumfries
Ah,
on a pass that lacks quality.
bit sloppy there from Chelsea.
And they need to get tighter.
Dumfries has been very good as a signing as well. He's generally looked very solid
Now
whenever
can
he's
they
been
counter
called upon.
clinically? They need to get
He's on his
balls
bike here now.
back. Must take the lead here.
And he's done it for Ronaldo.
You've got to say, it has been coming.
What a beautiful piece of football from Denzel Dumfries.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against. And then Ronaldo demonstrates his ability in the air. He
The young
changes
man
flight, he
with
moves
a
solidly
cross
and
that
beats the
fell
keeper.
right
That's how
where
they perform.
Ronaldo wanted it to. And Ronaldo eats those up for breakfast. He's been putting those away for the better part of 2 decades now. No, not really, says Kevin. Fair enough, mate. But yeah, no. Argentina's a superb team. I'm actually very interested to see what happens to Argentina now that Messi is sort of on his way out gradually.
The ball is moving once more. How important
Cristiano with his
goal proved to be.
11th goal in the Premier League. Served up a goal on a platter, really, by Dumfries' superb ball. Wisco Kurt says, I don't know how to cross.
What can Chelsea do from this position? Koulibaly. And the pass, a good one. Now veering in field. Pulisic.
Ooh, the ball was in the box there again. Mount just couldn't quite get his shot
Can
off.
they do something positive on the counter-attack?
Here goes Dumfries again, tracking back to catch Anthony. He's been really good offensively and defensively so far, has Dumfries.
Wagner.
Really making himself
An alert intervention.
known today in this start that he's been afforded. Ooh, Mount should have done a bit better there than he did.
And news of a goal at Molineux. Let's hear all about it by joining Alex Scott.
Yeah, it's a goal for Arsenal.
Dumfries absolutely pocketing the Bournemouth winger Anthony.
The goal was to Alex Scott. A really
As
sumptuous
Piliqueta needs to be careful here.
ball. Close down the shots.
Well done though. Good work by Chelsea.
Had to be patient. Could this be the
Agreed about Argentina, you still don't? What do you mean? I just scored from a cross. I've scored before too. I don't cross often because crosses are not reliable in FIFA. But when I see an opportunity, I'm actually a pretty decent crosser. It's all about identifying when to cross and when to play a through ball instead.
Solanke, able to get a body in the way.
At least for far distances, close up in the box is getting better. Well, that's in part because, as I said, the AI and
Trying to pick out a teammate. Struggling to get it away. Well, they can
Here
bring
we
it
go.
out now. Mount. Rodrigo.
here
And
goes
back with Aspilicueta.
Aspilicueta. He doesn't quite have that pace
And
anymore
now
to
Rodrigo.
make a nuisance of himself out wide.
An effective ball.
Here's Dumfries.
Fine
Not a bad
to
cross
Will.
actually from Dumfries, but it doesn't quite work out.
No damage done. Philip Billing.
Dumfries has really been our best player so far in the
Well, adding
game.
up
Got
all
to
the
give him
stoppages,
his
we will have 2 extra
credit there.
minutes.
He's been absolutely brilliant.
Take it away.
Here goes Pulisic on his bike.
Chances on.
He's off. And he misses. In typical
And the
Captain
referee
America
blows the
fashion,
whistle. The
he
first half is in the history books.
squanders
He
a
got the
golden
vitality.
opportunity from inside the box. He really should have put that one away.
Cristiano Ronaldo in the
But
first
regrettably,
half,
it is
deserving
not
all
a
the
goal.
superlatives going.
Well, I thought he had a really effective first half. Not only did he get the goal that gave them the lead,
But a good first half performance there from
It should be a
Chelsea.
match to look forward.
It's 1-0, and a bunch of chances have been created as well. So Chelsea would think that they could put this one away.
So
In
back
fact,
underway,
Engstrom has
and an
asked the team to
intriguing
play
second half in prospect.
in an attacking fashion and look for the finishing goal here. Hopefully, there's a second goal in here that will lock the 3 points for Engstrom's side.
both. Really good block.
But as far as crossing is concerned in this game, you'll see even the pro FIFA players scarcely ever cross the ball because the AI is not particularly good at running into the box to find headers, and defenders are a little bit overpowered in crossing situations, so that's probably why I don't very often cross the ball.
On EA TV. It's Chelsea facing Manchester United. A bit short with the clearance.
The next game's really where the action is, though. Manchester United versus Chelsea. It's the game that a lot of people will use as a barometer to see if this Chelsea team really can go the distance.
Anthony.
Dumfries once again. What a performance from the Dutchman. What a performance. He's been absolutely unbeatable today. Really taken the sting out of Bournemouth. Good play by Gallagher there in a tight space as well.
Oh, a perfectly timed pass. Really important piece of last-ditch defending.
Bournemouth really pressing now, trying to secure the ball in Chelsea's half, so the Blues need to be careful here. You don't want to squander all this progress. Unfortunately, Pulisic is offside. Let's look at some changes here. I reckon Ronaldo can come off for Aubameyang. And I'm actually going to take a massive risk and bring Neymar on, just for him to get a little bit of game time ahead of Manchester United. See what he might deliver in the 30 or so minutes left in the match. Neymar in, yeah, I agree. I think we give him a little bit of a run out here before Man United, see how it goes. Maybe he can contribute something. Pulisic really should have scored at the end of the first half. That would have put the game to bed, but unfortunately he couldn't find the net. Oh dear. That is absolutely absurd. How has that happened? How on earth has Solanke gotten the ball there? That's just one of those classic bullshit FIFA moments.
Well, it's a very
no idea how that's happened. Jorginho caught on the ball, and the goal has been conceded. Chelsea have a bit of work left to do then. Just when you thought the 3 points were secure, Brighton, or I keep saying Brighton, Bournemouth with a goal out of nothing. And they struck the post there.
Well, it looked so threatening, but the danger averted.
Suddenly Bournemouth might be believing here that there's something in the game for them.
Aubameyang.
Jorginho hoping to redeem himself, which he does. And guess who scored? Guess who has delivered the goods? It's the man who should have scored at the end of the first half. Well, he made us wait a little bit longer. But what a goal. Engstrom looking like he knew it was going to happen. Never did he expect anything less. It's Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1. I reckon it's time for Zakaria to come on for Jorginho. Jorginho let us down for the goal, but he did deliver in the crucial moment with a great assist for Pulisic.
Will it prove decisive here? Just getting word that something has happened at St James's Park. Let's find out.
I reckon Gallagher has been a little bit off in the second half. He's been caught in possession a couple of times, and he's also been very conservative with his passes. Here's a man who is not conservative, though. Denzel Dumfries, who is just running the length of the pitch himself. Great play by Dumfries. What a run. Chilwell. Great play there by Chelsea, but Dumfries in particular, he really deserved the man of the match award in my estimation.
Number 20, Dynasty.
Cross towards the near post. Doesn't quite reach the Chelsea players in the box. Got to be careful here, though. 2-1 is a very precarious scoreline in a game like this. Chelsea switching back to a balanced tactical approach. Engstrom feeling like it's time to take what we have. Which is only fair. It's been a reasonably challenging game. I don't think we quite deserve a 2-1 scoreline. I think it could have been more than that. We definitely have been the better team, but you take what you get. And 3 points is 3 points.
But they dealt with the threat posed.
Good play there by Koulibaly to close off the attack. Here goes Aubameyang, but he doesn't quite get to the ball. Gallagher once again failing to find the striker making the wrong. Gallagher has been a little bit off in this game, and that's really been the story of his season so far. Do we make another substitution? If so, who? No, I think we're fine. We'll stick with Boubial.
Going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
Bournemouth taking one last swing at the game. It is still on a knife's edge.
Solanke.
Oh dear. It's in a dangerous part of the pitch. Well done by Azpilicueta though, who, to be fair, has really delivered the goods in this game. He's done the job.
Chance to play it in.
Questions were asked of him and of Engstrom earlier, but Azpilicueta has not let his side down today. Sterling exchanging a few words with the manager. I wonder if he's asking to be brought on. Here goes Pulisic, who's been very, very good today once again. Aubameyang. Bit of keep ball required at this stage, if we're honest. Azpilicueta being outrun down the flank by Solanke, but fortunately his teammates make sure that he's not exposed.
And with that, the attack fizzles out. Neymar.
Here goes Dumfries. Can he get a goal? He has gotten a goal. What a fantastic performance by the Dutchman. Scarcely has a goal been more deserved by a defender. He's been absolutely outrageous this afternoon at the Vitality Stadium. Couldn't ask for much more from Denzel Dumfries. An assist, a goal, and an absolutely outstanding job covering his mark. Superb performance from the Dutchman. And that will be that. 3 points secured at the Vitality Stadium. Chelsea heading into Manchester United with a bit of confidence.
They controlled the middle of the park well. Going forward, there was some
Got to give the lads credit there.
It's a good result for them.
But I think it's accurate.
I hope Dumfries is the man of the match. He certainly deserves it. Good game by Pulisic. He got the goal just when Chelsea were looking a little bit flimsy. Aubameyang with an assist. Goal for Ronaldo. Couple of poor performances in midfield, particularly from Gallagher, who only had a 6.7. Jorginho atoned for his sins with an assist, so we'll let him off what was otherwise a bit of a dodgy performance. But as we expected, the man of the match was indeed Denzel Dumfries with a goal and an assist. What an outstanding performance from the Dutchman. Truly deserved his place on the squad today. Good performances as well from Kepa, Koulibaly, Fofana, and the veteran Cesar Azpilicueta, who showed up when his team needed him most. Chelsea, deserved winners. Engstrom feeling like he can trust his backup unit in times of need. What's the current table? I'll have a look right after this game. I believe that's 11 wins and a loss so far, so we're at 33 points out of a possible 36. That's really a superb start to the season. You can't really ask for much more than that. That's just splendid. But the next game is a tricky one. It is Manchester United. I'm torn about whether I should play it today or leave it for next week. Haven't made my mind up on that question, but we'll see. Take a peek at the table to see where our lads find themselves.
Thank you for your time.
After another successful outing. The standings. Let's look at where things are. We're currently top of the table by 7 points, with Spurs a distant second, so that's really wonderful news. We also have the second best defensive record in the league, only second to West Ham, and we're far ahead in terms of goals scored. Manchester United, by the way, are in 4th place with 24 points. So if we do lose the game against Manchester United and Spurs win, the deficit at the top of the table will be cut to 4 points. So it's still very interesting, but a very, very good start from the Chelsea team early on. Couple of emails here. Reece James feeling secure in the team, which is just as we would like it. And Dumfries, what a performance from the lad. He deserves all the credit in the world. He was just on fire in that last game. Alright, let's proceed to the next game and then asks the question, should we play Man United this week or relegate them to game 1 of the next episode? He does? Yeah, absolutely. Dumfries was fantastic. He's been a great signing for us, in truth. Ah, we've got another management offer here. It's from Northern Ireland. I'm going to take a wild guess and say Wisco Curse is not necessarily hoping for his distant relative Engstrom to take up this job. Rejected. Promptly rejected. Not a position worthy of Engstrom's time. Alright, let's head into the press conference for Man United.
Thank you everyone for your patience, and we'll start taking some questions now.
The press asking if a serious Premier League title challenge is beyond us, which again seems absurd given that we're 7 points ahead of the next best team at the top of the table. The AI for the press is just all over the shop. What is with the press? Yeah, the press just doesn't want to give Chelsea any credit. They cannot stand the idea of Chelsea winning the Premier League. Real 6 points at the top of the table against Man United. I do agree. A win here could be a really decisive moment in the season, particularly for United, who still have an outside chance of winning the league, just 9 points behind us early on. A 12-point deficit though, and you'd think that their chances of moving ahead of us are limited. Remember also that our priority is top 4, not necessarily the title, so being ahead of them in that top 4 race is the biggest key. Do we do it? Do we play United, or do we leave it for the next episode? Boys and girls, what do you say? Okay, let's play Man United. They're fielding a really good team here. Martial, Sancho, Fernandes, Otavio, Casemiro, Koke. Oh, they signed Koke as well. Interesting. Malacia, Martinez, Varane, and Williams. It's a good United squad. We're going to do our usual for these big games. We're going to have... this is actually a tough one. Rodrigo has not been in form. Pulisic's definitely starting. He's been in really good form. Do we go with Aubameyang as the striking option? Because Rodrigo has not been good in the last few games. This is a tough one. We could also go false 9 with Neymar as our striker and Mount playing the number 10 role. It's a tough one. While I think about that, let me make sure that I adjust my wingbacks to balanced attack. False 9 today. Okay, let's give Neymar the start at the number 9 spot. Let's get Mount in. And regressively, we're going to have to leave Rodrigo off. I'm also going to give Zakaria the start over Jorginho because I think we need a physical body in the middle of the park, and I don't think Jorginho has that in him. As for captain, we're going to let Mendy captain the squad today. I think that's that. Let's get into this game. Another big fixture in the title race.
Of blues and reds, and it's certain to be colourful out on the pitch here at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea take on Manchester United. Stay with us for every kick of the ball right here on EA TV.
Who knows what will happen in this game? It could go anywhere, really. We've had a lot of luck with playing Rodrigo as our starting striker in the really big games of the season. But he's been off the pace in the last few fixtures, and so I don't think he necessarily merits a start. Certainly not above Pulisic, but also not above Neymar, Mason Mount. This false 9 thing is going to be very intriguing. Although I haven't really given Neymar instructions to actually play as a false 9. He's playing as a conventional forward at the moment. We'll see how that goes. If that doesn't work out, we can always shift to a false 9 strat. See if that does any better. And Neymar's going to be crucial here. We're going to need his creativity, if you will, to find a bit of space in what is a pivotal fixture rather early in the season.
Christian Pulisic starts with Raheem Sterling out wide, and the focal point in attack today is Neymar. The lineup for Manchester United.
Well, I think they have a nice balance to their team. A solid back four, 2 holding midfielders, 3 creative players in advance of them, and a mobile centre forward. It's a good team.
Number 24, Reece James. Number 26.
Man United fielding a very good team, and they've got a couple of good players on the bench too, and Rashford, Aspas, a few others there as well. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's see how things shape up here. Neymar looking determined. He knows this is the fixture he will largely be judged on. He had a good assist in the last 2 games, even though he's been a little bit off the pace. He'd want more than that today, though. He won a goal if he could. He'd want a repeat of the performance against Arsenal, if we're being perfectly honest. 2 delightful goals against Arsenal.
Just the challenge that was required.
Great play again by Chilwell, who's been just on fire this season for Chelsea. He is such an important player for Chelsea Football Club, is Ben Chilwell. When he's fit, we're just automatically a better team.
United doing well to regain possession.
Really has the potential to be the best left back in English football, but he's just cursed with injury problems.
Moment for us to join Alex Scott, because there's been a goal at Elland Road, Alex.
It's a goal for Leeds
Good
United.
play there by Skriniar, getting the ball into a good position.
Oh, hang on, Alex.
Woo.
Big chance here. Oh, magnificent
Mason Mount with a superb ball, but
Scruffy with the ball, Kovacic.
Sterling struggling to find the space to maneuver there and get the
Chelsea
shot
did more
off.
than enough in the win against Bournemouth. How do you anticipate it going this time, Stuart?
Well, Derek, they're in a poor position at the moment.
Reece
They need to
James
play with
not
far more urgency over the
remotely
game.
bothered
Otherwise,
by
they
his
will find it
opposition
really
there,
difficult.
taking the ball off them with ease.
Really good high press. Can they forge ahead?
Koulibaly in a bit of pressure here, but he's done well. He's done very well, in fact. He's taken the ball off Otavio. Let's see what happens. Erik ten Hag looking calm and composed. He's been a phenomenal managerial signing for United so far, IRL.
Corner again.
Pulisic with a bit of good defense there, making sure Koke didn't get too far. What an interesting signing Koke is. The lifelong Atletico Madrid man
The delivery. And he
in
dealt with
the
that ball
Manchester
played in rather
United
well.
red.
Firing it towards goal. Oh, fine stop.
That seemed like a bit of an outlandish effort. I think it was Bruno Fernandes who just turned around and took a shot. That was never going to go in. Or was it Varane? I'm not even sure. Turned them a corner though.
Played over. Well, it still could be dangerous.
Mendy secures the ball.
A change to the scoreline at the Etihad, I believe. Alex Scott.
It's a goal from Manchester City.
So
They've
far,
pulled one back.
fairly evenly
17
matched.
minutes on the clock.
Alex
Nothing
with the info
too
as ever. Well, as you'll have
exciting
noticed,
on
we had
either
to
end of
cut
the
Alex a
pitch.
bit short just then. Just to confirm, Leeds United have
All
scored in
ball
that
there
match.
by
And
Kovacic.
the
He's
match
really
is
got to
level
do
at
better in a
1-1.
game like this.
Brandon Williams. Casemiro. Here's Martial now. Not what
Here
he
we
was
go then.
intending. Bad pass.
Zakaria with the ball. Off to Pulisic, who's on his bike. Pulisic to James, down the flanks.
Neymar waiting
It's
to
Neymar!
finish
Ooh!
off. High degree of
Neymar
difficulty.
nearly there. That was a great ball by
Their skill level is so high, you're absolutely
Reece
right. That's a
James.
great effort on the volley.
wonderful effort too from Neymar. It could have gone anywhere really. Can't get out of the defensive third. Yeah, it was a tricky stretch there, but we've done well since. That was a unfortunate miss there from Neymar. Could have gone in. Didn't quite shape up for the Brazilian.
Koke. Otavio now.
Zakaria doing what he was
Chelsea
brought to do in
regaining
this game. He's been a nuisance in the midfield, adding that physical presence that Chelsea perhaps needed in that part of the pitch.
Intercepted there.
Malacia trying to harry Koulibaly, but Koulibaly managed to get the better of him eventually.
Here's Kovacic.
Here we go then, Zakaria with a bit of
Options are
pace.
plenty.
Oh, that's not a bad ball actually, but Neymar struggles to keep it. Decent play there from Zakaria, bit of forward thinking if you will. Playing some progressive football from a position that you wouldn't necessarily look for creativity from.
Malacia. Martial.
Ooh, what a save by Mendy. A flash at goal, even though Chelsea were actually defending rather well there. But a phenomenal save from Mendy. That could have well been Manchester United 1, Chelsea 0. Chelsea need to be careful here. United are definitely up for the challenge. Ten Hag's side looking for more than just a draw away from home.
Pulisic.
Well, the stats don't lie. It's been very tense and an even battle so far, but neither side has played with enough
Great
quality
passing
to
by
pose a real
Chelsea
threat
here.
going forward, and that needs to change.
Oh, that's a great cutback. Oh, Pulisic nearly in the right place at the right time. Phenomenal play there by Chelsea in that little stretch. Great in particular from Ben Chilwell, who again has just been so good in this Chelsea team.
Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Oh, fantastic effort. He made great
I'm not sure how that
contact
hit the
with
crossbar, if I'm
more
honest
than
with you.
equal
That's
to
another
it.
one of those FIFA goalkeeper moments where you're like, how did that even happen?
Squanders the chance for 1-0.
Well, that's a big miss. They should be leading now.
I didn't react because I was just shocked that it even hit the crossbar. Just terrible goalkeeping from the AI. You would think that after making this game so many times, they would have fixed all of the goalkeeping issues, but they just haven't.
About added time. 2 minutes it'll be. Can they forge ahead?
Ooh, Neymar!
That's really high-class goalkeeping.
There have been a couple of very good chances on either end, guys. This has been a very entertaining game. Oh, was Neymar offside though? He was a shade offside, I believe. So close. It's been a very entertaining first half for the neutrals. Chances on either end of the pitch. A couple of good saves by both keepers.
Say he'll be happy with some aspects of his performance so far, but not every aspect, Stuart.
Both managers contemplating making substitutions. One wonders who might be brought on to change the course of the game, really. Chelsea, of course, have obvious contenders in Ronaldo and Rodrigo. But I think it's still a bit early doors for substitutions, in part because everyone's been playing rather well.
Here in West London.
Got to give them a few more minutes to see what they might fashion in the second half. Good play there by Zakaria again. He's just relentless in his pursuit of the ball. Ooh, Mount trying to find Neymar with a cutback, but just falling short. Neymar not quite as high up the pitch as the Chelsea faithful would have liked him to be in that scenario.
It's a second goal for Manchester City. They're now behind by 1 with 51 minutes played.
Cheers, Alex. Neymar.
Ah, Neymar with a sloppy ball for Sterling. That was a good position for Chelsea again. Just lacking that little bit of cutting edge in a very promising break. Got to be careful here, Chelsea. They're creating chances, no doubt. They just need to be a little bit more measured with their passing, perhaps.
And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on
Manchester
EA
United
TV.
on the break here, but Koulibaly seems to be in control.
That should be a tasty
Oh dear.
Plenty of quality
Well
in those two
played.
sides.
Well
Certainly
played by
one to
Chelsea.
enjoy.
Just very confident defending from the boys in blue. That's a good through ball here.
Could go ahead.
And Neymar. Neymar delivers. Cometh the man when the hour hath cometh.
Well, here's the goal again.
I was going to say cometh the hour, cometh the man, but I fucked that up. You know what I mean.
Neymar finds that bit of space.
But he slid the ball into the net
That's an excellent goal.
underneath De Gea's outstretched foot. Passing in the box, not great. Perhaps time for Rodrigo to come on. Yeah, I might consider that. But once again, it's Captain America with the assist and Neymar with his 4th goal in 10 matches for Chelsea. I reckon it's time for a couple of substitutions here, though. Let's give Rodrigo a shot. Where do I play him from is the question, though. I don't want to take Neymar off. Neymar's been good. I don't want to take Pulisic or Mount off. I'm going to take Sterling off. It's the only option I can see. Even though Sterling's been okay in the game so far, I don't think he's been bad. But let's see if a burst of pace from the left flank will add something. But Chelsea deservedly in the lead there. Great goal.
So back in action. It's up to United now to be inventive. Plenty of running room in the wide position.
Chilwell keeping up with Otavio, who's trying to find a little bit of space down the flank. Well played once again by the Chelsea defense. It's been a couple of good performances from the lads in crucial moments. I think I've really enjoyed Zakaria in particular in the midfield. He's been very solid. Ooh, nearly walking the ball into the net there. You'd think Neymar would have gone for the shot, but he decided to be unselfish. It just didn't quite reach Rodrigo. I think it's time for another substitution. The question is it Ronaldo? I reckon it is. Ronaldo for Mason Mount. Going with the conventional striker. Chelsea. Can Cristiano Ronaldo exact revenge against the side that spurred him away?
Substitution for Manchester United. Coming off the pitch, number 9, Anthony Martial. To be replaced by...
It's a great ball there by the by Koke, I believe. Maybe, says Wisco Kurd. Who knows? Wouldn't that be a phenomenal end to the game? What has been a really entertaining game on both sides of the field. Does Ronaldo have a moment here? Does he have the decisive moment, if you will?
Who can they pick out? Pretty comfortable.
Do Manchester United respond with additional aggressiveness simply because of Ronaldo's presence? Great save again by Mendy, who's been on top form today. He's really delivered the goods in a tight fixture. Jadon Sancho with an inch of space, but Mendy once again with a fantastic save. Mendy is amazing. Yeah, he's been very reliable today. One of his best performances under Engstrom, I reckon. Here goes Rodrigo with that pace. He wants to take the defender on. He decides against it.
And Chelsea looking dangerous. And he's made headway.
Ooh, Neymar rushed into an offside position. Otherwise, that could have been good. Chelsea still alive and looking for the second goal if they can guess it. They haven't closed up the shop yet. And you almost wonder, shouldn't they just park the bus at this moment and take the 3 points in what is a very important fixture?
On to Koke. Terrific block. Still could be dangerous.
They've decided to stay on the front foot. Great play again by Reece James to get the ball out of a dangerous position.
Surely this will inspire the players to hang on here. And what a noise we've got.
Well, they might be onto something.
Well done by Skriniar. And Engstrom says, move to a defensive setup. He wants to see if Chelsea can take the 3 points from this rather tight match. He's looking at options from a defensive standpoint as well. And in fact, he's decided to bring Zakaria, or rather Dumfries, on. Which is an interesting choice. But Dumfries was so good against Bournemouth in the last game that you think it's justified. Neymar coming off, having scored a pivotal goal. Great performance from the Brazilian maestro. Final 8 minutes here. Anything is possible. Dumfries on to provide a bit of additional cover. Chelsea clear the ball there, despite a little bit of pinball going around in the box. Great play again by Zakaria.
Corner it is, and they know they've got to be opportunistic at this stage of the game. And United will switch things around personnel-wise. And a short corner, let's see.
Here we go then. Oh dear, the ball's in the box again. Oh jeez. Man U bringing on everyone. Yeah, Man United throwing everything at the Chelsea defense at the moment. Great play again by Mendy. He's really been the man of the match, for being honest.
Let's see about the delivery.
Neymar may have scored the goal, but Mendy has been the key player in today's match, no doubt. I think I'd throw in Zakaria there as well. He's been very good.
Well, he's given us away.
Chelsea struggling to keep the ball here late
The
on in the
electronic
match.
board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes.
Chilwell with the ball now in a tight space. He decides to play the ball back, which perhaps makes good sense. Best to err on the side of the cautious at the moment.
Well, when you can keep the ball like this, it's got to be really annoying for the opposition.
Dumfries.
Making use of his physical strength to hang on to.
Oh, here goes Ronaldo. Oh, couldn't quite latch onto the ball there from Zakaria. It won't matter though, because that is the 3 points for Chelsea in a very tight but entertaining fixture. Eric Ten Hag congratulating his Chelsea counterpart. Engstrom fist pumps into the air. It's 3 points, and a very valuable 3 points at that. A solid win, as Wisco Kurt describes it. Let's have a look at the match ratings. Reece James was man of the match, which is actually a bit surprising to me. Pulisic had a good game, as did Chilwell, Skriniar, and Mendy. But crucially, 3 points secured. And on we go.
Just a moment of your time.
Engstrom once again not particularly delighted in the post-match conference, but looking like he expected this all along. Clean sheet too, which will be very satisfying for Chelsea against a very good Manchester United team. Could be argued that a draw was merited by United, but I think Chelsea will be happy with the result. Have a quick peek at the upcoming fixtures right after the conference, the post-match interview here, and we leave it at that.
No further questions, thanks.
So, what comes next? Let's have a look at these emails real quick. Nothing too important. So next week's episode of FIFA... That's not the calendar. Where is the calendar? There we go. Office. We've got a couple of tricky fixtures. We've got West Ham to begin with, and West Ham are third in the table, so that should be an interesting match. We've got Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur, which is a very big game for us. They're second in the table at the moment. And then Leicester City and Newcastle United in the busiest month of the season, December. Should be interesting. We'll see how things shape up. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will be back on Sunday with Demon Souls. I may actually move up the Sunday stream to 9 AM Pacific, as I need to be done earlier than usual to hang out with a friend of mine who's coming in from out of town. So we'll do that at 9 AM on Sunday, but do look out for that. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you on Sunday. Take care, and be well.